My name is Marie Kane Dudley. My age is 90, and I was born in Middlesbrough in the northeast of England. I was the eldest of 9 children. I had good parents who tried very hard to make life good for us, and we didn't have great expectations in those days, not like nowadays. And yeah, I loved playing, and life was good. We used to play make-believe games, dressing up, doing concerts for our parents, which I used to organise, being the eldest. And we used to play, well, you won't know what I mean when I say alleys, marbles, going to school in the gutter. We used to roll the alleys through the gutter. And when I look back now, our hands must have been filthy, but we never washed them when we got to school. There was just cold water in the very poor cloakrooms, and it never occurred to you that your hands were dirty, and we survived. I'm still here at the age of 90. It's very strange because I'm the eldest, but there are only 4 of us surviving. So, I've had to see quite a number of my siblings dying. But I had a brother, John, who came next to me, and then Margaret, Bernadette, Agnes, then Jim, Catherine, Andrew and Anne. And yeah, they all did very well in life. They all got a good education and succeeded in life by the world's standards. Most of them had professions, which is quite remarkable when I think of how poor we were. When I was 11, I got a scholarship to grammar school, which was quite rare in those days. And then I went on to teacher training college. And so I did my teacher training and worked as a teacher for quite a number of years. Then I got married, had 4 children, and took early retirement. I was very fortunate, I think. I retired at the age of 55 and started a new life then. In the 1970s, there was a great spiritual revival that swept across many countries. It was known as the Charismatic Renewal, outpouring of the gifts of the Holy Spirit. And my husband and I, and my 4 children, who were teenagers at the time, and that's remarkable, we all had a wonderful conversion experience. Having been just church-goers, we came to a point where we realised that God loved us and wanted to be in a personal relationship with us. So I took early retirement, and my husband and I spent the next 10 years really helping people to come to this knowledge of God, really. In 1993, my husband was diagnosed with terminal cancer, and at the time we were living in Manchester. So we decided, our 4 children were living in the south of England, we decided we should move down to be near them. So we did that, and my husband only lived for 12 weeks after we moved down here, and so that was rather hard, to say the least of it. I remember, being introduced to Arthur at this. It was we used to have big balls in those days for special occasions, long dresses and all very posh and very nice. And I was introduced to Arthur. And he just danced with me the whole evening, and I really wasn't very attracted to him, you know. But anyway, eventually, you know, I got to know him better, and we eventually got engaged and got married. It was amazing, really, the way I see it, God opened doors for me, because one of my sons suggested that I did some radio talks for a radio station in Bournemouth. I found that I could do that, and I enjoyed it. So that just grew. And so for the next 14 years, on a regular basis, I used to do the Morning Thought on BBC Radio Solent. And I enjoyed that. That was good. And then because of that, because I had all my scripts, I thought, I wonder if I could put them into book form. And that was when my first book was published, which was called As Time Goes By. And then I was 80 when that was published. Then when I was 82, I had another book published, The Time of Your Life. And then this year, as my 90th birthday was approaching, and I had a big operation in April for cancer, actually, and I wanted to do something for my grandchildren. So I managed to self-publish, with the help of one of my sons, to get a book published in time for my birthday, which is not a hardback like those, but you know, I've got that in my bag as well. So it's been quite a full year. Go back to 3 weeks ago, we had celebrated my 90th. We had a meal just for the family, and there were 26 of us. We went to the Court Brasserie, and then on the Saturday afternoon, we had a party in Itchen Abbas Village Hall, and there were about 80 people there of family and friends, which was great. It was a wonderful occasion. And Christmas, I know that I'm going to be at my daughter lives in Romsey, so I'm going to be with them actually probably Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, Boxing Day, and on the 27th we're going down to my son in Wimborne for the family party, where we, as a family, last year we decided we weren't going in for big presents. If we wanted to do anything, we would give to a charity. And we just bought small presents and wrapped them up. And at the party, we play a game, and these small presents are in the middle, and you don't know what you're going to get, but that's okay. And so that's what we'll do, you know. Because I do think that Christmas has lost its true meaning for so many people, and it upsets me to see the spending, and the frantic rushing around. That's not what it's about. And thankfully, my family all agree with me, and lots of my friends do, you know. My life is quite full. I've been at a meeting this morning. I'm doing this this afternoon. I'm going on a day's retreat tomorrow, which will be very nice. I'm going to be going to Italy for the wedding of one of my grandsons. And that's funny because my passport had expired and I had thought, oh, I won't be going abroad again. So I just cut up the old passport, threw it out. Then, of course, Sam decides that he and Emily would like to get married in Italy, and I have got to be there. So I'm going through the process of getting a new passport, and that's in May, going to Italy. I'm on Facebook and Messenger and emails, of course, and YouTube. I'm not very keen on current affairs because I'm not very happy with current affairs at all. You know, I'm not well versed in such things, but I'm just shocked by the things that are going on. You know, I'm not happy. I'm surprised that I'm still here. And I'm thankful that I've got my faith, because although none of us likes to face illness, or you wonder how you're going to die, but I do have an absolute certainty that after death, because of Jesus, there is something so much better. So I have that great hope, you know, and confidence. Here I stand, Lord, light is dawning. More and more I see the truth. Truth is shining clear and glorious. Truth is you, the only God. Open more my bleary eyes, Lord. Soften more my hardened heart. Closed up ears, they need your touch, Lord. Weak and ailing, here I stand. Let me feel your holy heartbeat, throbbing deep with love for me. My heart responds and dares to say, all I do for thee.